he announced very clearly, بُعِثْتُ لِأُتَمِّمَ مَكَارِمَ الْأَخْلَاقِ. I've been sent to help you to reach the maximum level of khulq and akhlaq. And he himself was on the highest level. إِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. And today is 15th of Rajab. And this day reminds us of one of the greatest teachers of humanity, who were responsible to set examples for humanity so they can flourish to the maximum capacity. An individual is Our Lady Fatima Az-Zahra salawatullahi wa salamu alayha's daughter. Zainab al-Kubra. So Zainab al-Kubra alayhi salam is one of the exemplary women. She is an example set by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not only for women, but for all human beings. Men, women, children, young people, elderly people, everyone can seek lessons from her gracious life. How we can excel in the second dimension, in our khulq. Other animals, all other creatures, when Allah created them, they were complete. Camel doesn't need to become camel. Sheep doesn't need to be sheep. Or whatsoever animal you imagine. None of the animals need to become that animal. They are already there. But we as human beings, we need to become human beings. This is the difference between us and rest of the creatures. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has set many examples for us to achieve our goal. And one of the greatest examples is Lady Fatima Az-Zahra salawatullahi wa salamu alayha's daughter, Zainab al-Kubra alayha salatu wa salam. Allahumma salli ala. How to combine ilm and modesty together, knowledge and modesty together. Lady Zainab is an example. When she delivered her famous khutbah in Kufa, the eyewitnesses, they comment that, Wallah ma ra'aytu khafiratan antaqa minha, ka'annama tafraghu an lisani abiha Ali ibn Abi Talib. So first word, khafira, that means a very, very modest woman. In the second sentence, I haven't seen anyone eloquent to her extent, knowledgeable to her level. So this proves that Lady Zainab salawatullahi wa salamu alayha combined education, knowledge, modesty, and morality. And this is a great lesson for all our sisters and for all our community members. In order to seek the highest level of education, we don't need to minimize something from our religion. We don't need to compromise on our religious values. And another very great lesson that we can learn from this great lady is confidence in ourselves. In our contemporary world, of course, we all as religious people face numerous challenges. And many times we feel overburdened with challenges, overcome by the challenges. There are so many hindrances, barriers in our way to practice our religion and to maintain our modesty, morality, taqwa and piety. Lady Zainab salawatullah wa salamu alayha here plays very crucial role to remind us of our capacity, our ability, and our courage, and how we can overcome all the challenges. The circumstances around Lady Zainab salawatullah wa salamu alayha, they were far difficult, challenging than the challenges we all are facing together. But Lady Zainab salawatullah wa salamu alayha, not only she maintained to preserve her religiosity, not only that, she managed to protect the whole religion. And by doing so, Lady Zainab salawatullah wa salamu alayha set a great example for all of us. That it doesn't matter how hard the time is, or how dire the circumstances are, or how depressing the environment is, or how horrible the challenges are. But if you have confidence in yourself, and of course before that, trust in Allah subhanahu tabarak wa ta'ala, with these two wings you can fly over all the challenges. Trust in Allah and self-confidence. After losing literally everything, and after witnessing the massacre in Karbala, where all her brothers, sons, nephews, and other family members brutally were killed. And above all, her hijab was snatched, and she was taken as captives. Every aspect of human dignity, apparently she was denied of. But even in that situation, not only she withheld herself, but she upheld herself. And she remained firm, steadfast, brave. Not only she remained, but I can say she became more courageous. And this is a great lesson that not only we as Shia Muslims, but in fact whole Muslim world can learn from Lady Fatima Zahra and Lady Zainab al-Kubra alayha salatu wasalam. And that's why we see that a lady Aisha bint Ashati, she's from Sunni background, but she dedicates some years of her life and authors a book about the personality of this great lady, Zainab al-Kubra alayhi salam. So Lady Zainab is not revered only by Shia Muslims, but she is revered by all the Muslims, not only all the Muslims. There are many non-Muslims, when they come to her characteristics, her qualities, her trust in Allah, her self-confidence, her knowledge, her management skills, her dedication to Allah, her commitment for the religion of Allah, they all bow down before her. So Lady Zainab salawatullah wa salamu alayha is indeed a great example set by Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all of us. She was mufassira of Al-Quran. She used to educate women in Kufa and do the tafsir of the noble Quran. But at the same time, she was so concerned about her hijab and modesty, and so observant of Islamic teachings in regards with women's modesty and hijab that her neighbors say, we haven't heard her laughing loud even a single time, even though we were neighbors of her for years and years. And when we come to her recognition of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, her dedication to Allah, her connection with Allah, which is of course the very source of all the virtues, we are speechless. No human being has been found in that situation who could talk about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the way Zainab alayhi salatu wassalam has talked. When Ibn Ziyad asked her, or Yazid asked her, or both asked her, كيف رأيت صنع الله بأخيك? How did you find the tragedy of Karbala? And of course this sentence was meant to torture her further, to tease her, to crumble her. But Lady Zainab salawatullah wa salamu alayha, the way she replied, is beyond our imaginations. Ma ra'aytu illa jamila. If you bring the name of my Lord, then He is Jamal. He is nothing but beauty. And from a source such as Allah, who is nothing but beauty, nothing can emanate except beauty. Ma ra'aytu illa jamila. I haven't seen anything from Allah except beauty. So this is the level of recognition of Allah. We are in front of an ocean of recognition of Allah, ma'rifah of Allah, awareness of Allah, understanding of God. Therefore, it's a great opportunity for all of us to just acquaint ourselves with this ocean of inspiration and get some droplets that would suffice us to transform into far better human being, into far better practicing Muslim, into far better Shia of Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wasalam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. We pray to Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He allows us all to be able to appreciate the contribution of Lady Zainab salawatullah wa salamu alayha and understand her sacrifices and try to learn lessons for ourselves, which is helpful for us in this world and of course in the hereafter. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد إن أحسن الحديث كتاب الله عز وجل أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطاهرين ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين. One of her beautiful titles is Al-Aqila, Aqilatu Bani Hashim. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said a very beautiful sentence in which he has talked about aqalun nas, and he has mentioned 4 qualities. If these 4 qualities are found in us, then inshallah we are from aqalun nas, wisest people. Inna aqalan nas abdun arafa rabbahu fa'ata'ah. First quality is the one who recognizes his Lord or her Lord and then obeys Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the second quality that Prophet Muhammad has mentioned is وَعَرَفَ عَدُوَّهُ فَعَصَاهُ, and recognizes his or her enemy and then disobeys him. Our enemies, shaitan is our enemy, and greater enemy is our own nafs, and of course shaitan from jinn and shaitan from ins, all are our enemies. One of the biggest issues with Muslim Ummah in our contemporary world is they fail to understand their enemies. Muslim Ummah, they consider one another their enemies, and their very obvious enemies are free, and they have plenty of time to conspire against Muslim Ummah because they themselves are busy in blaming each other, in fighting with one another, in chopping the necks of one another. And third quality, وَعَرَفَ دَارَ إِقَامَتِهِ فَأَصْلَحَهَا. Aqalun nas is the one who realizes his final abode, where he is going to live forever. فَأَصْلَحَهَا. And in this world, plans for that, beautifies that, adores that. Number 4, وَعَرَفَ سُرْعَةَ رَحِيلِهِ فَتَزَوَّدَ لَهَا. Aqalun nas is the one who understands, who believes that he or she is going to leave this world very soon. فَتَزَوَّدَ لَهَا, and prepares for that, takes enough provision for that journey. So these are 4 qualities: ma'arifatul Rabb, and then ita'at of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, understanding our enemies, understanding our final destination, and realizing the fact we are going to depart this world very soon. If we abide by these 4 qualities and 4 conditions, then there is no doubt we are among those who are aqalun nas. And through this, we can connect ourselves further with aqilatu bani Hashim alayhi salatu wassalam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Last week in New Zealand, the tragedy took place, we all are aware of. 50 Muslims got massacred. But throughout the week, the way New Zealand's government has behaved, the way their Prime Minister has talked, it's really commendable, praiseworthy. And by doing matchless, unique generosity, hospitality, and support to Muslim community, the New Zealand's government and the nation and the people, they have set an example for the whole world. And that is something really interesting. And we all are thankful for that. To New Zealand's government, to this country's Prime Minister, and to this country's people. Even they have broadcast adhan on national level from their media. And the way they have participated in funeral, the way they have arranged many visuals and offered hands of supports to Muslim community, that is amazing. So in the midst of ugly things, we see such humanitarian and godly beauty. And this is, of course, praiseworthy. Well, unfortunately, yesterday in Birmingham, in England, which is one of the most populous Muslim town, 5 mosques were attacked with sledgehammers. So probably a few bigots, they decided to play this game, and they attacked 5 mosques, smashed the glasses, and tried to vandalize those mosques. So unfortunately, Islamophobia is rising. It doesn't have apparently any limit to stop. And you also may have heard the news about Afghanistan's tragedy. Unfortunately, as I remember, over 30 Shia Muslims, they got massacred for no reason, just because they were Shia people. And Daesh, who are defeated in Iraq, now they are flourishing in Afghanistan. So it's like a serpent with countless heads. You crush one head, and other heads are there. So Daesh is not in fact a group of people, that is an ideology. That is a thinking. It's just a mirage to think that we have defeated Daesh in Iraq. We have defeated Daesh in Syria. No. We've just crushed 1 or 2 of the heads of that serpent, which has countless heads. As long as the ideology is there, the heads of this serpent will keep emerging and destroying the humanity. We need to fight against that ideology. And of course, Islamophobia or Shiaphobia both have many commonalities. And one of them is ignorance. Those who are Islamophobes or those who are Shiaphobes, Both are ignorant people. As Imam Ali ﷺ has articulated very well, Al-ilmu aslu kulli khair, wal-jahlu aslu kulli shar. Knowledge is, awareness is the source of all the virtues, and ignorance is the source of all the evils. So it's our responsibility to educate these people. It's our responsibility to not indulge in tit-for-tat game. It's our responsibility to remain always calm, relaxed. When they increase in their aggression, we need to increase in our peacefulness. This is how our religion teaches us how to respond. And this is how Zainab al-Kubra alayhi salatu wasalam teaches us how to react. So with peace of mind, with full wisdom and knowledge, we must exert all our efforts to educate people, to disseminate the teachings of Islam, the beauties of Islam. And inshallah, eventually, it will pay off. Allama Sharafuddin Musawi, he used to call about Muslims. Such a very beautiful sentence. He says, in fact, we as Muslims, we don't know each other. We don't recognize each other. إِذَا تَعَارَفُوا تَآلَفُوا. If Muslims make efforts to know one another, the hatred will vanish and they will start loving one another. They will start embracing one another. So this is our responsibility to play our role. Another thing that we can do to fight against Islamophobia in Western world, we should change our mindset that politics is horrible and piety means we keep ourselves away from politics. No. That is absolutely wrong, devastating. Our people need to not only engage in politics, not only vote, but our people need to make themselves candidates. If we want to represent ourselves, the only option is we are present in political arenas. So those, our youth, our younger generation who are educated here, they are brought up in here, they know the language very well, they are very fully familiar with the culture, they can do, of course, better in this aspect. So I encourage those who have some interest in this type of things, please candidate yourselves for provincial level elections or for federal level elections and participate in whatsoever capacity you can participate. If we have enough people sitting in parliament who can represent ourselves, they are policy makers, then of course the situation will change. One of the main contributors of Islamophobia or Shiaphobia are the politicians. By passing racist comments or radical speeches, they are promoting Islamophobes. They are encouraging Islamophobes or Shiaphobes to take aggressive actions against Muslims or against Shias. And these politicians are thriving on our absence in that arena. So if Muslims want to secure themselves, secure their children's future, secure their generation's future, they need to fully integrate in the community and in the system. So these are two things that we all can do. And of course, these Islamophobes or Shiaphobes, by killing dozens or hundreds of people, if they think they can wipe out Islam or Shiaism, of course, they are the most ignorant people. They don't know very basics of human nature. In Arabic language, we have a very famous proverb which says, "Al-insanu harisun ala ma muni'a." If you stop people from something, they are more and more eager toward that. So if they are trying to make our mosques empty by attacking our mosques, believe me, this is going to give them nothing but more and more frustration. Our mosques, inshallah, will become fuller and fuller. As it is happening. All the religious centers in Western world, they are being sold. But alhamdulillah, Muslims, mosques and religious centers, they are brimming. So this is just their utter ignorance. They think that by killing some worshippers or attacking some mosques, they will frighten people and mosques will abandon, or our Shia festivals or commemorations will be abandoned. That is their ignorance, miscalculation. Lady Zainab salawatullah wa salamu alayha, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad, articulated these facts in Yazid's court by challenging him. Ya Yazid, kid kaidak, wasa'a sa'yak, wa nasib juhdak, فوالله لا تمحو ذكرنا ولا تميت وحينا. Oh Yazid, do whatever you can do. Don't leave any stone unturned. In your efforts, in your struggle to wipe out our religion, to remove our names. But remember, you can do nothing except all your efforts will increase in our fame. All your efforts will give Islam further and further advancement. And this is our response to all these Islamophobes and Shiaphobes. Kid kaidak, nasib juhdak, فوالله لا تمحو ذكرنا ولا تميت وحينا. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا وشفيعنا أبي القاسم محمد وعلى يعصوب الدين أمير المؤمنين قائد الغر المحجلين علي بن أبي طالب. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى بضعة خاتم النبيين فاطمة الزهراء البتول. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى الحسن والحسين سيدي شباب أهل الجنة. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى أئمة المسلمين وقادة الغر المحجلين علي بن الحسين زين العابدين ومحمد بن علي باقر علم النبيين وجعفر بن محمد الصادق الأمين وموسى بن جعفر الكاظم وعلي بن موسى الرضا المرتضى ومحمد بن علي التقي الجواد وعلي بن محمد النقي الهادي والحسن بن علي الزكي العسكري. اللهم صل على مولانا صاحب الزمان. اللهم اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد. ما أحيا ثالب بدع والطغيان هادم أبنية الشرك والنفاق حاسد فروع البغي والشقاق صلوات الله وسلامه عليه وعلى آبائه الكرام. واتصلت الليالي والأيام اللهم عجل فرجه وسهل مخرجه واكحل ناظرنا بنظرة منا إليه وتفضل على المؤمنين والمؤمنات بمزيد التوفيقات وازدياد الإقبال وعلو الدرجات. اللهم افعل بنا ما أنت أهله ولا تفعل بنا ما نحن أهله بجاه محمد وآله المعصومين. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون.